Hey Tate.
Hey, Dixie.
Hello,
How's it going?
Tate.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We got the squad on here. I love it.
Look at
Okay,
us.
now that everyone's here, so we have Bazzi and Tate McRae. Bazzi is a super talented artist with some of his songs like I Like That and Mine. And Tate, she was the youngest musician featured in the Forbes Under 30 list, and her first EP, Too Young to Be Sad, is Spotify's most streamed EP by female artists in 2021. So
Whoa.
welcome, Bazzi and Tate.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
I
That's
feel
cool.
I feel really small now. Next, I'm actually just gonna head out. All right.
Shut up.
Tate's intro is a lot cooler than mine, so I gotta go. No,
You got like 4 words.
yeah, like Bazzi, he's got
No,
the
Bazzi's cool, but like Tate did all this. Sorry.
Yeah, Tate's cooler for sure, dude. I gotta rethink my career. I'll be back. All right.
Oh my god.
One more thing before we get started. Obviously, December is Facebook's season of giving, and whether you're able to donate money, volunteer your time, it's always good to give back, especially this time of year. And today, I've chosen a charity that's super important to me, which is Watts Empowerment Center. You've seen me and my family visit there before, and we've really fell in love with the whole thing, and they do so much to empower young people in the Watts and Skid Row communities of Los Angeles, where I live. And you can look at the bottom of your screen and you'll see a donate button that looks a little like a coin. Whatever is raised during the room will go directly to the Watts Empowerment Center, and Facebook will top it off with a $25,000 donation. So hit that button for me if you can. If you can, obviously do not donate if it's not for you right now, but please look into the Watts Empowerment Center because it's super important to me and my family and can help a lot of people out. Okay, now getting started. Today we were talking about what it's like to be on the Jingle Ball tour, and if you couldn't make it this year, we want to tell you about it. Tate and Bazzi, before we get started, never mind. Okay, so
Exactly. Agreed.
So we're on the last show of the tour coming up in 2 days. What's it like for you guys to be a part of the lineup?
Tate, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, like, these are some of the biggest shows I've ever played as an artist, which is obviously really crazy because the arenas have been just like so packed and crazy every night. And then, obviously a whole bunch of my idols are on this tour, so it's been really fun. I mean, I feel like we've all gotten to at least like hang out a bit backstage and, be able to experience it even for like 20-minute sets, and it's been a really fun little holiday tour. I'm really very grateful.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's been so cool. It's been almost like 2.5 years since I played shows, so I guess like kind of coming back to stages this big was like, a little bit nerve-wracking. But like getting out there is like definitely reminded me how much it means to me and how much I love it, and how it kind of feels natural, like riding a bike or something. And getting to see some of my favorite artists I've already seen, and also getting to see people like you and Tate performing live for the first time, like doing such a crazy job, like the choreography, and especially you, Dixie. You just like some of your first performances and you're crushing it. And
Yeah, that's
Tate's
crazy.
Tate's a rock star. She's fucking headlining and crushing it, and yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
killing
Tate
it.
accidentally headlined the last show.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I seen Tate in the hallway. She's like, "Yo, I'm freaking out, man."
I'm like, I don't know how this happened or why it's happening, but it's happening.
No, you deserve it. You both are doing such a great job. Like, really impressed with both of you, and it's been fun though. It really has been. Like, the crowd's energy has been so positive. I think people are so excited to listen to music again and be together. So it's been really
What were
cool.
your guys' favorite shows, like out of like favorite crowds that you performed for this whole tour?
I think
think-
Phil. Yeah, you go first, Dixie.
Oh, sorry. I think Chicago was my number one.
Yeah, Chicago's really good. I thought Philly and Atlanta last night were pretty crazy. Philly for me was my favorite show.
Yeah,
But-
Philly was wild.
Yeah, like I feel like sometimes your favorite show will definitely depend on how you feel too. Like I just felt really comfortable in Philly. Like and when you feel comfy, it's always the best.
Agreed.
Okay, so sorry, I'm like, obviously for me, being on the lineup is insane. I never thought this would happen, and like I've been a big fan of Bazzi for years, and I love Tate and I love her music, and being on the stage with you guys and like these other artists is crazy, and I feel like everyone's made it so comfortable. And whenever I had any doubt if I should be here, my team and all of you guys have made me feel very welcome. So I really appreciate that. Okay, next question. Did any of you have a starstruck moment and like someone you were nervous to meet on the tour?
Tate, you first.
I think a big one was we were walking beside Pitbull.
Oh, Dolly, baby. Big
All
time.
of us were like, this is crazy. But then I mean, also Doja Cat. She's literally just like a superstar. So that was really wild. She's honestly like one of the best performers I've ever seen. So that was really crazy to meet her.
Yeah, Doja Cat is insane right now. Like, what does she drink? Like,
Insane.
It's insane. Like, it's like, you know, it's crazy. Like, when you perform a lot, you really learn, like, how subtle, especially you guys know from all the dancing and stuff, like, how subtle, like, a move on stage can make such a big reaction. And she's, like, the queen of that. Like, she'll just, like, turn her eyes to the right, and then, like, the whole right side of the arena, like, catches just one little glance she does. Like, she's so talented. It's crazy.
Well, you were even saying, Bazzi was telling me backstage, he was like, I've like had to learn how to like be calm on stage, because like the more calm you are, the more it reads in like an arena, which is like weird because when there's like 20,000 people in the audience, you feel like you want to do like the most. You feel like you want to literally just like jump up and down and like give back the energy to the audience. But it's like sometimes the more subtle you are and the more calm is like what reads from that part.
That's a fact. It's really something I recently had learned, because like I used to try and get really excited before shows, and I'd like, you know, take shots, and I'd get like hype with the guys and stuff. And like recently I realized I have to be like alone. Like, it's like my friends, like the first time the tour is like, is he okay? Because I didn't talk to anyone for like 2 hours. Like, I'm trying to get in this like crazy relaxed like mind state. So when I go on stage, like the nerves and the excitement aren't in the way of me trying to like be authentic and genuine and like give the crowd a great time. And when you're in control, like you can like, yeah, definitely have like a different type of interaction with the crowd for sure.
Definitely.
Totally.
My starstruck moment for sure was actually super embarrassing. I ran into Big Time Rush when I got off stage, and I literally froze with my mouth open and was like freaking out, because that's like a childhood fan. And I got a picture, and I never get starstruck. I'm very good at keeping my cool, but I'm like, I need to take a picture. When will this ever happen again? And then I ended up seeing them again last night. So I was like, oh, hey guys, I'm like really cool.
That's
and chill
so funny.
Yeah, mad casual with them now. You're like, yo, what's up? You have like a nickname
like,
for them?
oh yeah, BTR, what's up? You know,
BTR, Bitter Boys. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So Bazzi, you just said you like stay quiet before, but do you have any good luck rituals you do before a show?
You know what? I don't know if like anything in specific, especially these days, like it's really weird. Because I noticed that like going on stage is kind of like, I imagine it'd be like skydiving would be like, it's like kind of scary, like right until you jump. And then when you jump, it's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
So my like pregame ritual now is honestly trying to distract myself with anything up until like literally 10 seconds before I go on stage. I'm like, holy shit, what I'm doing.
True.
And just like kind of go out and do it. But like, I'll watch like dumb videos. I'll make just like random jokes. I'll pace, like just anything not to like think about it until it happens. But I say like my one tour ritual is like my tour manager, Jordan, he puts in my pack every single show. And there was the other night, I think we were in Philly, and I was like late getting on stage, and someone was like, hurry, we just got to put it in. I was like, no, I can't without Jordan. Like I really started to the last minute for Jordan to come and put my pack on. He took care of me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to do any rituals for the show just because I didn't want to get stuck with something and then like that situation, it not happen, and then I would like be freaking out my whole performance, like, oh my gosh, this is awful because this didn't happen. So
Totally.
Yeah. Dude, the human mind is crazy powerful. Like if you apply meaning to certain things, it will hold that meaning. Like if you really believe something helps you in a certain way, then it literally will. It will like actually manifest. So it's smart to do that and to kind of
No, I'm like super superstitious too, so I can't do that at all. Like sometimes if my like it's same with like the mic pack thing, like if my tour manager doesn't like tape it the same way and put it on the same like it's in like grained in my brain that I'm gonna just like sing substantially worse.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. It's such a fact.
So obviously, this was, I mean, Bazzi, you've done a bunch of stuff, but you say you haven't performed in 2 years or a year and a
Yeah,
half?
like almost 2.5 years. So
Wow.
Wow.
And Tate, this was your first arena shows. Was there like that I made it moment for you?
I think it was Madison. I think like I mean one of my biggest like bucket lists was Madison Square Garden. I just like didn't really like think I'd ever like get to perform on that stage. So I think there was like a moment where I was like singing my last song, and I think everyone's lights were up, and they were like singing back the words to one of my songs, and it was just one of those moments where I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. Like I don't think it
yeah, it's
gets
the
much.
best feeling.
I don't think it gets much better than people like singing back your own lyrics. And so it was just like one of those like I got like full body goosebumps, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's
So
such a
yeah,
crazy moment. I totally agree too, especially just seeing like, what we go to the studio and we record these songs that are so personal and it's just like you and you're alone, maybe with a few other people. And then you like play it in front of people and you watch them take the song and make it their own. It's so crazy. It's such a good feeling.
So Bazzi, you said that you handle your nerves by like ignoring everything. But Tate, how do you handle like the nervousness? And for the first show, maybe, how did you handle and like how is it different from the first show to now?
I think same kind of thing. I mean, like the distraction thing, like pretending like you're not about to go perform for 20,000 people. Was like I was like, okay, you're not gonna freak out because it's the same as like I was trying to put myself in like the audience, their position, to like imagine myself as like someone who was like watching, which is like somehow makes me calmer. But I think it was just like a matter of at the beginning I was trying to avoid it as much as possible and just like not think about it. And then by the end I was just like honestly trying to take in every single moment, like backstage to on stage, because I was like, I can't like forget about moments like this because this is
Mm.
really
That's a
freaking
really
wild.
that's a really pretty point. That actually is a great point because I think about the first time I did the Jingle Ball tour, and like you brought up like Madison Square Garden and what it meant to you to do it.
Yeah,
I feel like earlier in my career, like I really miss a lot of those moments, like for multiple reasons. One nerves, like one just the pressure of wanting to be good, and like
totally.
so not really like letting my guard down to like really see what the moment was. So I'm happy I got to do that this time around, just in like kind of a
Yeah,
different place, but.
I mean,
It is really important. Like I've learned that because I did a lot of cool stuff at the start of my career and like realized that for most of it, maybe I was ungrateful or I just wasn't very present for it or I had different expectations for it. And I think now like a great thing to do is to just like not expect anything from anything and just be there for it and like witness it and actually soak it up because it is beautiful what we get to do. It's incredible to go see those people and to play for them. And yeah.
totally. I mean, you even have that one moment on stage where is it like your last song where you like cut out all the music and just let the audience sing for you?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
must be one of those like wild moments for you.
Yeah, that is insane, like for sure. I mean, just hearing the crowd sing, it's so beautiful. Like, I definitely always kind of want to make music that like I actually think people like that people can take over at a show. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be like just for a sec. Like, just let the crowd perform it. It's so beautiful. I think we've all been kind of doing.
Bazzi, you are so good at like taking control on the stage and like I love like put your lights up or do this or sing this and I
Yeah.
mean I take a lot from watching your performance and like when I do my own tour I want to do that and I'm just very grateful to have the opportunity to watch you and I always end up being able to see your show every night so I've learned a
Oh,
lot from
that's
you.
so awesome. Thank you. And you
Agreed.
are doing such a good job. Like seriously, like me and like my team are talking about it because we're all like, has she performed before? Like all those questions, just because it's like it sounds good. But dude, I realized one really simple thing, and most things in life are like a lot easier when you don't think too hard about them. But performing is one thing where it's not like a basketball game where half of the audience wants the other team to lose. Everyone in the crowd wants to go have a good time.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to let loose. Nobody wants to think you're doing a bad job. Everyone wants to have fun and enjoy themselves. So when you understand, like, maybe it's not about me as much as like just making sure the crowd has a good time and you kind of get out your own way a little bit and like allow people to, be themselves and enjoy themselves.
That's a great
Definitely.
way of
I
looking
love
at it.
that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are halfway through, and if you're just joining us, I'm here with Bazzi and Tate McRae, taking you behind the scenes of the 2021 Jingle Ball Tour. Okay, and a quick reminder, anyone can now host their own Facebook Live audio rooms just like I am right now. Look under your status bar and click room and choose live audio. And it would mean a lot to me if you could give whatever you can to my charity of choice, the Watts Empowerment Center. They do so much for undeserved communities in Los Angeles. Just look for the donate button at the bottom of your screen, and it looks like a little coin. Every dollar helps, and Facebook will top off whatever we raise in this room with $25,000. All right. Let's get back into it. I know for me, I have not been able to sleep at all on this tour. I've been going to bed at like 5 a.m. every day. How have you guys been like taking care of your mental health and making sure you're sleeping?
I haven't been sleeping at all. I mean, this is my first time on a tour bus, and our bus driver is psychotic. So, I mean, yeah, it's been kind of hard to sleep, especially because also you get off stage and there's so much adrenaline. But I think I've been like, honestly, just like trying to do a bit more self-care when you're like in the bus and not like get distracted by just like wilding out all night. You gotta like chill down a bit in order to recover for the next show.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, it's so hard. Like, so two things. Like, one, it's such a crazy thing for one human being to go on stage and receive like the joy and the excitement of tens of thousands of people. Like, the human body isn't necessarily like prepared for that, right?
Yeah.
So like you have to, like, when I was younger, once again, like I didn't have a way to get rid of all of the buzz. So I would like drink and I would smoke in excess and I would eat and I would stay up and I'd do all these things like. And I think the biggest thing for me on this tour has been meditating. Like I picked up this meditation recently and I do it every day. And it's like a safe place and I know I can kind of go there to unwind and stuff. That's been super, super big for me.
That's awesome. I really need to try that out because my sleep schedule and my eating schedule is awful. I've been eating like at 3 a.m. and like the worst food, and it's been, I don't know how I've made it this far.
Yo, me too, though, actually. And I say like I do feel better doing it, but dude, I've still been like a savage. It's so hard on the road to like be in control. You know, you're just like, I'll just crush these hotel peanut M&Ms and like everything else in this mini bar right now.
All right, this weekend is the final leg of the tour. Are there any thoughts going into the last show?
Tate, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just like I'm very grateful. I mean, especially all of us, we've hung on till the end.
Yeah, right. Holy shit.
And I think it's just really special that we've all been able to like share this whole experience and obviously get to perform for this many people over the holidays. And I think especially with the 2 years that we've had with COVID, I just feel very lucky that we're able to perform in front of people again, and people are able to be in the same space. I'm trying not to take that for granted at all because I feel like it's like so rare now.
Yeah, I'm totally with that. I mean, especially now, like, I don't know. It does feel so good to be in front of people. And I don't want to sound ungrateful when I say this because it's been so amazing. But, like, I'm really looking forward to, like, putting out this new music. And because, I'm performing, like, older songs in the tour. And I literally have, like, this whole world painted right now that I'm excited to kind of step in creatively. Like, you guys know what I mean when I say that. And like,
Totally.
I'm so excited for it. It's like such an authentic side of music making for me. And I think people are going to appreciate it a lot. And I just can't wait to put it out. Cause Tate, like you're in like the music you're playing, like you're putting us, I see you just put a song out like a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been performing on Jingle Ball, the song that I did like 3 weeks ago.
That one's beautiful. It's a good
Thank you.
Well, that kind of got into my next question, but anything special coming up that the fans can look forward to after Jingle Ball? I know Tate, you're going on tour.
Yes, I'm doing a couple headlining tours, and then I'm going on tour with Sean, which will be really fun as well. And I'm also releasing a debut album, which will be really exciting.
Let's go. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be sick.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. I mean, nothing that I can like talk about in detail yet, but like if you've ever liked my music, you should be really excited because I'm in like a super clear, like authentic side of the creating process. And I just think like there's a lot to look forward to, like not just the music, but how I present it and the type of experiences I'm planning on creating around it. I think it's going to be
Oh,
like really different and cool. And I just like realized I got to the point where like I just want to make stuff that I like and stuff that like you guys, like my friends would like,
yeah,
stuff that like we would actually like listen to and enjoy, and like experiences where we actually have fun and stuff, and kind of
that's
bring like
amazing.
my side of how I see it to the music. So I can't wait, and I'm excited. I think you guys will like it. I think everyone will be pretty excited about it.
That's the best feeling ever. I'm like getting into a groove with like your music releasing, or I feel like there's so many like writing blocks you can go through, and it's like literally the most painful experience when you feel like you're just like not writing music that feels right. But when you get into that spot where you're like genuinely excited to, put shit out, that's very,
It's
very,
the
very
best,
cool
man.
feeling. Yeah.
It's the best, and I realize it's much easier to operate from that space. Like, I thought like once again, like earlier in my career, like I always loved the music I made, but sometimes like I felt like my videos or performances, they felt like they were for other people. So I never really loved
Totally.
them because like I don't think it was coming from my heart maybe, but more of how I wanted people to perceive it, or like how I wanted
Yeah.
them to see it. And I just kind of understood that that's out of my control, and like now I'm kind of just doing it for myself and making stuff that I'll be proud of and I can like sleep with at the end of the day. And yeah, you're right. It's like it's such a good place to be in. It's really awesome.
That's sick. Wow.
Well, I'm super excited for both of you. We have like 7 minutes left, so I have some rapid fire questions that we're gonna go through, just some fun questions. First, basic one, favorite food.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna go
Uh,
sushi. I can always do
Ooh.
sushi. I love sushi so much. Big sushi guy.
I love sushi too, but I'm allergic to fish. So,
So it's tough. It's tough.
so I'm gonna go pasta.
Pasta's
Mine
the
is
best.
pasta as well. Okay, what
Because
was
you
your
guys are skinny and cute, man. I gotta watch my weight. I can't be eating that pasta. I need the lean fish. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stay fit. No, I'm just kidding.
what was your first job?
First job. Um, my first job. This is very funny. When I was 7, I auditioned for like this voiceover on Nickelodeon, and it was called Lala Loopsy, and I voiceovered like this Nickelodeon show for like 7 years.
No
No
way.
way. That's so crazy.
And that was what like kind of I was like, oh my god, I love being in front of the mic, and then I started writing songs.
Dude, that's insane. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's like these really creepy like dolls with like hair and
I
button
I know what it
eyes.
is. That's like the biggest crossover ever. Oh my god.
It's
Well, I'm so
terrifying.
excited to like check that out after this and like become the biggest fan. I'm gonna have some merch, some La La merch when I pull up to the next show. So,
Awesome.
dude, my first job, it's honestly really interesting, dude. Like, I've always chased music, even when I was so bad. Like, I made these covers, they were so bad. I auditioned for American Idol, The Voice, America's Got Talent.
Wow.
Like, I stood in those long lines for like hours and sung for like 5 seconds and got rejected. Like, I always chased music very blindly, and I always had like this really sure like idea that it would work for me. And I think like my confidence in myself definitely overlooked like how good I was, because for a while like I was really bad. But I think that's like a good lesson that people kind of think they have to be good right away, and I totally believe that it's okay to like try and mess up a bunch and like find out who
Totally.
you really are, because it's the only way you can kind of do it in this job. So
100%.
All right. Well, my first job was obviously not as exciting as yours. Both of yours. I was a stylist at a clothing store in my
Whoa!
hometown.
What?
that's actually sick.
That's sick.
Oh, chill out, guys. It was it was
Dixie, why aren't you styling me for this tour? I'm a little
Me
upset.
too.
No, it went downhill after I stopped working there because I can barely dress myself. But it was a fun first job to have in high school.
That's awesome.
That's it.
What is an artist on your playlist that people wouldn't expect?
Ooh. Dude, I mean, like recently I've been listening to like my music collection right now is so beautiful. I'm so proud of it. I've like during COVID, like I discovered so much music I have been listening to. I've been inspired by so many different like new flavors. Like honestly, a lot of older music like the Eagles and the Cure and Duran Duran and Depeche Mode and like all these really awesome older bands that like were just so cool. And I think when you hear the new music, like you'll see the influence of like those type of older bands, but like not like I'm trying to recreate what they did, but like kind of trying to continue it in like my own way, my own voice and stuff.
That's sick.
Cool. Yeah.
I on the other hand am the worst at making playlists. Like my playlist, I will never aux. I have the worst aux in the entire world. But I think sometimes like when I go for like inspiration and stuff for like lyrics and stuff, I sometimes listen to Alanis Morissette because she just say the most like crazy shit back in the day that just like was totally like never happened before. And wasn't really talked about, and so I like to go back and listen to her lyrics and see how like blunt she was.
Hell yeah.
For me, I listen to a lot of rap and country music, but
love country.
the reason why I really love it is I love the storytelling in both, and especially like old rap songs, and you like know what they're talking about. I just love like how they can tell a full story without saying anything, and I really love that. And country music is so good at like just making me feel like I'm in the place, in the pickup truck, you know? Even though a lot of people don't like it, I really love country.
I love country.
I love country music so much. I think it's so good because like I think at the end of the day, like people maybe don't really know what they actually like, but the brain loves melody. Like we love stories. We love to like see ourselves in a song and like apply ourselves to the situation. Like when I like same with you, like when I listen to like country music, like I'll like literally apply myself, like I'm in that exact story. I'll sit in my car and have like this little mini emotional music video moment, like look out the window and like think I'm that person. Like country's so good for that. I love country music.
Country music sometimes is like the only thing if I'm ever like super stressed out and I feel like I'm like not where I'm supposed to be. Country music for some reason just makes me feel like super calm and like at home. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it.
Okay, I got a good audience for this because I feel like I always have to defend my love for country music, but I'm glad you guys both.
No, you're safe here, Dixie. This is a safe place, okay?
Okay. I think we have time for one or two more questions. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
You know, when I was younger, I was like really proud. I mean, I'm proud of like my albums going platinum. Like I think that's really cool that people like listen to the whole thing. But like now I've really like I used to really want Grammys and I used to want all these things, and like now my expectations for my career have been so minimized. Like all I really want, like my biggest achievement is to feel at the end of the day, like when I put this next album out, where my biggest achievement will be that like I think creatively I was authentic and like the artwork felt authentic and the photos felt authentic and everything kind of feels like a piece of the next thing. And that's really like my only goal these days. Like honestly, like if I'm happy with it and I'm truly like internally see myself in it, like I don't even care if people listen to it or anything. Like I just want like the achievement for me is like putting out something that I know someone can listen to and like truly connect to and see themselves in.
Totally. I feel the same way. I mean, you can look at numbers and you can look at streams and placements and achievements like all you want, and I feel like it can be like fulfilling for maybe like half a second. And then it's like for me, I feel like some of the greatest moments are just like, you know, sometimes I don't feel like myself at all, and then as soon as you like get on stage, like I did my first ever festivals this summer and did like Lala, and you know, just like standing in front of a crowd like that and just feeling like this is right, everything's like supposed to be where it's supposed to be. That's like one of my best like achievements, is just like being in front of a crowd like that and feeling like, oh, I'm doing the right thing right now.
Well said. Well said.
What about you, Dixie?
Okay, well, mine isn't like as fun. Like I feel like all my answers are but like the moment where I felt like I'm so happy and like this is the biggest thing ever. It's so stupid, but I announced Justin Bieber's performance at the Kids' Choice Awards, and I was sitting in a slime pool thing, and I was just like, this is like, I've watched this as a kid every year, and I'm here, and like, this is insane. I'm announcing Justin Bieber. Like, it's obviously there's so many other achievements that I'm so grateful for, but like that was like one that younger me would be so excited right now.
Yeah,
That's
So,
that's
so
so
cool.
fire. I know. Even if I did that in like 10 years, I'd still be like, yeah, that's the
Oh,
coolest shit.
yeah.
I love him so much. Like, he's actually the
Crazy.
greatest.
Wow.
all right, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Tate and Bazzi, and a huge thank you to all of the listeners. If you enjoyed the audio room, join me on Facebook next week, Wednesday, December 22nd at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow me here to RSVP and get updates, and have a great weekend. I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much, Bazzi and Tate. Love you guys.
Beautiful.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.
In
See you in
2 days.
Miami. Let's crush the last
ya.
show.
Bye.
Let's do it. All right, guys. See you.